All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Targeted Experts. Bus number 9528. So the bus driver again staring up. Oh, yeah, did you hear the police sirens? Yeah, so the bus driver of that bus again staring up at this building up here, right here. Yeah, police sirens are there. I said up here. Yes, I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can save them. I'm all the way up. All the way up, because I'm exposing them all the way up. Anyhow, so as I was saying, right, with the New York Predator Department and the sophisticated level of criminal activity and criminal behavior that they've exhibited towards black people, black and Hispanic people, is unprecedented, right? You see, we look at cities like Minnesota because of the George Floyd incident, Philando Castile. You know what I mean? Here in New York, you had Eric Garner, but you also had Amadou Diallo in the 90s, right? And you know, if it was up to me, I'll tell you this: no police officer in America, well, nobody would become a police officer in America unless they have 2 years of college, right, an associate degree. 4 years, if they have 4 years, then there will be a $10,000 pay difference between those with a 4-year degree and those with a 2-year degree or 2 years of college. Okay, look at the perp. You always got to have the perp there. Oh yes, you heard me. You heard me. EMS. Like I said, whenever they can't use the ambulances, right, they'll send their perps to stand up, and he's looking down at the. Even though he's you see that he's looking at his phone, but he's not really looking at his phone. All right. If you look at where he's standing right next to the patch of dirt, which they usually love to look at whenever I'm walking towards them, right? They will look at that. All right, so ask yourself, why is he not standing on the patches of dirt which has the green grass on it, right? Okay. Anyhow, as I was saying, right? So nobody will become a police officer, and then in order for them to also become a police officer, they need to take at least 2 years of psychology. I mean, all the way from Psych 101 to social psychology and two other psychology class that they must take. All right. So if you want police officers who are going to have integrity, who are going to have an understanding of the people in areas in where they patrol, and particularly if they're being assigned to communities of color or where black people live, all right, they need to have also not just them, but 3 books they should be reading. Okay, The Color of Law, Rob Robenstein. All right, The Color of Money, I forgot the woman's name, and Non-Stamper, Breaking Bad. Na 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 na, yeah, goodbye. EMS worker. Yeah, he's an EMT, right? Or what do you call it? Emergency medical technician, right? That's what they do. So, you know, that would be 3 reading materials that they need to read. It would be mandatory, right? And the reason why, for one, Rob Robenstein, The Color of Law, it talks about how the government created the ghetto for black people, how they created poverty within the black population, huge swaths of poverty within black population in terms of where black people were pushed to live, right? The Color of Money talks about how the financial system was used against black people, how they would deny black people loans, also how real estate agents and real estate conglomerates, how they conspire with the banks to rob black people of their home. Also, real estate agents go into these individual homes, digging into their background, getting access to their bank accounts, and conspiring to basically make them lose their job and eventually blacklist them from becoming employed. So therefore they default on their mortgage and therefore stealing their homes, right? And then Norm Stamper, Breaking Bad, it talks about how the police department across America, how they are trained to see black people as the enemy. Even black people who go into the police force come out seeing other black people who look like them as the enemy. Okay? So it gives you a good understanding of what goes on. So police officers will have a better idea going forward. So they will not be manipulated. So they will understand the situation that when they come into communities where black people live, they have an understanding of, you know, some of the attitudes that they may encounter and the reason why. Because we as black people, we have every right to be angry, right? But they want to keep us singing and dancing, happy, as the Russian says, you know, in the declassified documents when it comes to silent sound spectrum, right? Radio wave and microwave frequency to control human minds. You know, what they say is that they can condition, imagine the West having these technologies, they're able to condition their citizens to be joyful in their oppression, to be happy in their discontent, right? To eliminate their civil rights, and you will see no protest, you will see no anger. And like I said, over the years they've been testing out the effect of the technology they use on us. All right, I'll give you guys an example. Joyce Vincent, it's a young black woman who lay dead in her apartment for 3 years. Right, the landlord never evicted her. 3 years. You telling me that you don't realize that this tenant has not paid her rent? The electricity company, 3 years. You're telling me that this woman had not paid her rent in 3 years and her electricity was still on. Also the cable company, right? Not also that, but her family didn't even call to check up on her. She was non-existent in their mind. But they show us examples of how, show, when I say show us, meaning that those of us who understand, who've researched, who know about the technology, what it can do, okay? And it has gotten more powerful since then, all right? So talk to you guys in the next video.